What up, everyone? Welcome back to Track Stories. Hope you enjoyed the last video for Chains. Today we are talking about the beating acoustic version. So if some of you remember, we did the beating as an a cappella track for the Redefined EP, and we had talked about, even back then, trying to compose a full band version just for live performances, if nothing else. And we tried to poke at it a few times, nothing ever really fully came to be on it, and so we kind of just let it go for a little while. And then Bob and I had a talk about the idea of possibly at least doing a acoustic version, just me and him, kind of coffee shop-esque styled. And I told him, I was like, I'm open for the idea and everything like that. I didn't have any direction of where I wanted to go with it, but I told him I was open to the idea. And after that conversation, I just periodically grabbed the acoustic while I was sitting around the house for a while, and I eventually came up with a couple riffs that I thought were pretty cool and might fit the overall vibe of what the acapella was. So I worked on getting the few riffs I had pretty cleaned up, showing them over to Bob, telling him that I hadn't really structured it at all, but these were the riffs I had, and see how he felt with them and see if he liked them. And he said he was on board with them, so I went ahead and worked on the structuring of the riffs, turning them into the composition to go underneath the a cappella version of what he had. And instead of doing a full-blown studio thing, what we decided we were going to do is we were going to do the song as a video-only release. And Brandon, at the time where he was working, the office building he was in had a upstairs vacant loft area that kind of had a very cool warehousey vibe to it. And so we were like, okay, if we got access to that, let's go up there, we'll shoot the video up there, and we're just going to let the one live room mic grab the whole thing just so it can have a really good intimate vibe to it. Well, the video never ended up coming out due to the fact that the video file footage got corrupted. However, I was able to salvage the audio track off of that, and that's actually what you're listening to, is you're listening to the audio track from that music video shoot attempt. And so it took me a little while to try to get it as cleaned up as I possibly could, because there's only so much you can do with one single room mic and everything, but still tried to get it as cleaned up as I could and get it at least acceptable for everybody to listen to and everything. And then I ended up putting it out there, and just kind of as we weren't overly pushing this one, but we wanted to at least have everybody have access to it, since we had already put the time and effort into it, and we had something from that attempt of a project to at least show for it, and there's no reason to keep sitting on it. So hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you in the next one.